Hi there, my name is Toby and I'm making this particular video for Sovereign Pete, the founder of the Sovereign Project, who's been giving us a lot of help in trying to work out how to create the foundational identity, the sovereign identity that we need to build ENTIFY. So without him, we couldn't do this. We need to get this absolutely right. So I want to explain it once more in the simplest possible way and get final confirmation from Pete that yes, this will work or not. So what is it? So ENTIFY is this cryptographic blockchain system, but we need an identity. You see, we have to have a trusted identity at the foundation of it, because this identity is what we use for the trust, and that trust we need to build the blockchain. It's a proofless blockchain. It requires no proof, because the trust is the proof. The identity itself is the proof. So we have to get it right. So in order to create this sovereign identity, I think all we have to do is create a sovereign name, and then we have to create a private estate and also a private dominion. These three things. And then what we have to do is seal it. And we seal it with a conscious biometric autograph seal. See, this whole thing has got to be done as an affidavit, the most powerful, timeless document in law. But we're going to speak it. We need to speak it as well. So there's a voice recording of it, and of course we have to autograph it. But now the autograph is not on paper, the autograph is turned into cryptography. So we have to actually practice this. It has to be repeatable. And in the ENTIFY we will have a training module so that you can perfect your autograph. Like the old ways, you had to do good handwriting because that was your seal, that was you. And the dominion, we need a flag and a coat of arms. That's your space, your authority. But I think what we do is we just have a symbol. You design yourself one simple symbol for your dominion. And again, that can be cryptographically sealed. All of this then goes into a wallet. At first it will be Solana because we don't have our blockchain yet. So into a Solana wallet, your identity, now your sovereign identity, it becomes a non-transferable NFT that goes into that wallet. And the only way to access that NFT is through your offline access card, your ENTI card. An NFC, you have to touch it. That's the only way to input your keys to access that non-transferable NFT. Perfectly secure. Now with this, that's the foundation we can build the ENTIFY network. Just all of our identities connected together. Now we can have free decentralized chat, but you must have the identity to join. That's the foundation. And now we can build the blockchain, and we can have ENT token. Now ENT token will be our own private finance system. It's not money. This is all outside any jurisdiction because the ENT token is only a token of validation, authentication. We use the ENT token to authenticate value, authenticate gold. So gold is the money, but the ENT token is only a token that authenticates the money, and it will authenticate anything of value. So ENTIFY is an operating system all by itself. It's a method of holding our identity personally and then connecting together and having this token of value. But it's outside any jurisdiction. It will be open sourced in the end, so we can all build upon it, and totally private, sovereign, a self-sovereign network. Done. That's okay. Now the next bit, if we want to integrate with the legacy finance, have a bank account, we can still do this perfectly in the private. And even if we want other crypto, we still need the same thing. It's part of the legacy system now. So in order to connect to legacy finance and connect to other things in the outside world, outside of the network, we also need to add our KYC. This is our government identity. But we treat that separately. So what happens is your KYC, you do it yourself privately. Nobody ever sees it, but it's done through the correct process, and then it goes inside your wallet. and this will be called your private estate wallet. Everything goes into your private estate wallet. So your KYC details are in there, and all that has to happen, totally private. But then we need that to access the bank and other cryptos. How do we do it? Well, what we do is we now have we create a separate entity. We create ENTIFY Limited. So this is now a limited legal company operating in the legacy system. It's not ENTIFY. ENTIFY is the operating system, but ENTIFY Limited is just a public company. And what ENTIFY Limited does is validate your KYC. So we need to validate that yes, you have a KYC. But all ENTIFY Limited does is get the cryptographic proof. It just knows user number 12345 has done KYC. Yes. So it does not know who you are, does not know your name, certainly does not see your KYC, but it has cryptographic proof that yes, you've done it. Now, how does ENTIFY Limited now give you access to finance, fiat currency, banknotes? Well, it does it like this. ENTIFY Limited has a bank account. It's a company, so it needs a bank account. It can have one. But what does ENTIFY Limited do? All it does, one, it validates your KYC, and two, ENTIFY Limited issues digital vouchers. It can issue digital vouchers, digital credit vouchers. So ENTIFY Limited can issue you ENT pounds, ENT dollars, ENT euros. Now these are just digital vouchers. If you want to interact with a legacy system, inside your private estate wallet, you can purchase digital currency, fiat vouchers from ENTIFY Limited. Perfectly private. You remain anonymous. All you're doing is buying a voucher, a private thing. But when you want to go to the shop, you want to redeem the voucher. So you go to the shop to spend ENT pounds, any shop, or ENT dollars. When you buy something at the shop, you touch your phone and you pay in ENT dollars, ENT pounds. But the shop won't recognize it. That doesn't matter. What happens is when you spend your ENT pound voucher, it goes to ENTIFY Limited. And ENTIFY Limited will redeem the voucher for you. And it redeems the voucher directly to the shop. So the shop receive payment from ENTIFY Limited. They don't receive payment from you. You are simply redeeming your voucher with ENTIFY Limited. And ENTIFY Limited is simply redeeming the voucher to the bank. You see, remember, you must buy the voucher from ENTIFY Limited. If you want this private bank account, really it's not a private bank account, it's a private credit system, but it's not really a credit system, it's just a voucher for credit, which is the bank's credit. So ENTIFY Limited is still a very free company. It's not a financial company. It barely needs to even be a legal company. It just needs to hold cryptographic proof of KYC and hold a bank account and hold the ability to issue vouchers. And you can buy vouchers. So when you buy vouchers from ENTIFY Limited, money goes into ENTIFY Limited's bank account. And then you'll have to pay a small subscription. Again, or this will be in the price of the voucher, for example. So if you want to buy a £10 voucher, or $10, it will really cost you $10.01 or 10 cents, something like that. The voucher has to be a little bit more expensive so that we can finance ENTIFY Limited. It has to make a small profit at least to be a valid company. And it will have to be a tax-paying company, ENTIFY Limited, fully compliant into the system. Because we must go global, we must be universally accepted. But I think this is the simplest method that we can have private banking. So all of us, we are sovereign users of the ENTIFY operating system. That is completely private, outside any jurisdiction. But if we want to integrate with the legacy systems, we can buy vouchers. And then inside our private estate wallet, we can have ENT token. That's our own private value. We can have ENT pounds, ENT dollars, ENT euros. And we can other things. We can have now other crypto. We can certainly have Bitcoin. We will certainly have Solana. Solana will be the first one because we have to build it on a Solana wallet. So we'll have Solana currency. And all of that, and we'll have a few others. We will be very selective which ones we use. They must be trustworthy or sympathetic to the sovereign movement. For example, Michael Tellinger's system is called One Small Town. I'd love to get his token on there. He calls it the Infinity Token. So that means Michael Tellinger's private network can also work through ENTIFY. So I think this is the way. I want to keep this as brief as possible. So thank you so much for listening. And Sovereign Pete, again, thank you so much for all your help. We couldn't do it without you. And I look forward to hearing back from you as to whether this will work or not. Thank you again for listening.